Zach Bryan stirred up quite the conversation after he unintentionally dissed fellow country star Walker Hayes, while very bluntly criticizing country radio after he had learned that in this year, 2024, country star Tyler Childers had just secured his first ever charting song at country radio throughout his entire career with his song In Your Love. And even though it was not Bryan's intent to shade Walker Hayes, well, Hayes caught wind and felt the need to respond. First, like I mentioned, we learned yesterday that Tyler Childers had secured his first ever charting single at country radio with his hit song In Your Love. Now, considering this is the same guy who sings Feathered Indians, All Yourn, White House Road, Shake the Frost, well, you guys get the picture. I mean, it is pretty wild that he has never charted. And well, Zach Bryan thought so too. Zach initially turned to his Twitter where he shared first ever is fucking insane. One of the best songwriters to ever do it. Zach then returned to his Twitter, and this is where things came across a little wrong. He wrote, "Imagine being radio, whoever the hell that is, hearing Shake the Frost," again, a Tyler Childers song that he mentions there, and he continues to write, and being like, no, let's go with the Applebee song. And for those who have never heard the Applebee song, it is titled Fancy Like and is performed by Walker Hayes. With the lyrics in the chorus reading, "Fancy like Applebee's on a date night, got that Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake," and so on. After Zach's initial comments, he made his way back to Twitter again after receiving some heat from folks online. As you see here, Zach shared, "Dude, relax. We don't have a choice in what happens after songs are released. I'm glad he's on the radio. It's just silly it took 10 years. Shows the validity of it." Bryan continued and clarified his comments on Walker Hayes and his song Fancy Like by responding, "Not insulting anyone. Meant it with humor, not malice. Different strokes, different folks. Was just bent about the first ever on mainstream radio thing. My bad." And finally, as I mentioned, Walker Hayes did respond to Zach Bryan as well, but Hayes chimed in with class, simply writing, "Big shout to radio for playing that Applebee song. Zach and Tyler praying for y'all's continued success." Kudos to Walker for not taking anything personal there, and as for country radio, I think we can all agree they missed the mark quite a bit of country songs these days that should be played on the radio, and artists should be getting the recognition that they deserve. But as always, guys, we would love to know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. That will be all for today's video here on CountryCast.